What's going on, everyone? Zoop here, and today we're going to revisit the USS California. It's had some changes, and I promised that I'd continue to update you all on the development of this ship. First, I re-rolled the Friesland, because the winner of the Friesland never got back to me. So, Konato K on Twitter, congratulations, you have won the Friesland. I've emailed you, please get back to me. Next, I am way behind on giveaways right now, so this is a big one. Up for grabs, I have a Thunderer. Yeah, I know you all want that one. An Ark Royal, and a Yudachi. So yes, 3 ships up for grabs. Details on how to enter are in the description of this video. Best of luck, and may the odds be forever in your favor. Lastly, as of late, many of you have been asking how you can support me or show your support for these videos. I don't have a Patreon, however, I do have some t-shirts and Tesspring and through a storefront on Twitch up for sale. I add t-shirts from time to time, and they're somewhat on the funny side, and I try to keep the prices at the $20 range. The I Drink and I Sing Things shirt seems to be quite popular. Link for these are in the description as well. Now, on to the California. And again, this ship is a work in progress and all stats are subject to change. First thing first, California has received some buffs. This is directly from the dev blog. Firing range of main caliber guns has increased from 17 to 19.1 kilometers. Sigma parameter has changed from 1.7 to 1.8. In keeping with many other American battleships of her era, California does not have the fastest speed. Because of this, the ship spent too much time reaching the battlefield at the beginning of the game, and sometimes did not have time to help allies during battle. We increased the range of the ship's main caliber guns so that she can engage the enemy earlier, and also slightly increased her accuracy so that California can engage the enemy effectively at long range. The range buff and Sigma does help the California a little bit. A little. She's still plagued by her #1 problem though. Speed. I really want to like this ship. I want to love it. She's dead sexy and she has my high school jersey number, 44. That's my lucky number, so I feel that I have to love this ship. And she's not a bad ship, but there are many things to keep in mind with her. You have to be very deliberate with your decision making. Once you commit, especially if up-tiered, that's basically the path you go and there's no turning back. She lags behind everything. The boost to the range allows you to fire at ships earlier, but at 22.06 kilometers and further with spotting aircraft, you'll be hard-pressed to do any meaningful damage. This ship has a wheelhouse for its guns, and it's definitely within 14 kilometers. But woe be a cruiser unfortunate enough to come within that distance. The guns can be frustrating though, and overpins occur at an equally frustrating rate. Despite the ship's shortcomings, I'm enjoying it much more now. Really, this ship is all 100% matchmaking dependent on how much fun you have. If you're top tiered in the California, you'll have a blast. She's a lot of fun to play and can absolutely wreck ships. If you're low tiered, be ready for some serious pain. She suffers even against her own tiers depending on the ship. If a Scharnhorst decides it wants to torp you, there's really not much you can do to escape. You're just too slow to change course or evade. This is why prior planning and positioning is just so important. Same goes for play against destroyers. 12 guns do amazing things against destroyers, but if you aren't going full speed and you're caught with your pants down, there's really not much you can do to protect or even save yourself from a full salvo of torpedoes. So, in closing, let's do some quick pros and cons. Pros, she's gorgeous. That goes without saying. She's a class that's been missing from the USN battleship line. Her guns can do a ton of damage at the right range. And of course, I didn't mention this, I mentioned it in my first video, her anti-aircraft capabilities are among the best. And once again, she has extreme range now. However, here are the cons. She's slow. At range, her guns do little damage at all. She can't evade anything and requires deliberate planning. And against higher tiers, your HP is eaten away very quickly in large chunks. She likes to take damage in the high tiers. So, she's pretty much your standard mid-tier USN battleship. However, she's shaping up to be fun in the right circumstances, and I'll be sure to update you if changes do occur anymore. However, she seems to be in a good spot right now, so I wouldn't expect many more changes, though personally, I'd like to see her repairs and heals replenish a little bit quicker. I think that would go a long way to help her, because when you do catch fire, you burn for quite a while, and it takes a while for you to get your heals back. So I think out of anything, I think those are really the biggest changes I'd like to see right now, and I think with those changes, it would help the California in high tier battles, especially when you're going up against tier 8s. So I personally would like to see that. Hopefully it comes in the future, I don't know. However, against your own tier and below, this ship is an absolute blast to play. Very reminiscent of the New Mexico, because basically it is a New Mexico. Your guns are the same. A lot of things on the ship are very similar to the New Mexico. If you liked the New Mexico, you're probably going to love this ship. However, the last time I loved the New Mexico was probably back, maybe 3 years ago, when there were only a few battleship lines in the game. And that is the overarching problem with this ship. This ship was created for a different time and a different meta. That meta has long passed. However, that's not to say that you can't make this ship work. And you can. And when you do, you'll enjoy her and have a lot of fun in her. So really, I don't think this is going to be a collector-only ship. I think it's going to find love outside of your collectors. And I think players are going to do well in her. Some players are going to be able to take advantage of her benefits and her pros. And they're going to be able to use those to outweigh the cons of this ship. Despite that, though, I think more casual players might have issues with the speed and just the fact that you can't escape ships. And those that aren't as confident of their planning and placement might also struggle in this ship. Because again, you have to be very deliberate in it. Once you decide to go in a direction, you're not going anywhere else. There's just not time to. Even turning around in the ship takes a long time. Those are all things that work against this ship. And also, those are things that you can't change in this ship, because if you made it faster, it wouldn't be historically accurate. If you made it turn even faster, not saying that it turns sluggishly or horrendously, it's not that bad turning. And to that point, I've been able to use it effectively to zigzag when I know destroyers around, and that's something important you got to do in this ship. Please do not straight line sail in this battleship. That is a recipe to just get absolutely slaughtered by torpedoes. So she can dodge a little bit. She does have minimal dodging ability. But once again, she's just slow. She's just that typical mid-tier USN battleship. So keep that in mind as you decide whether or not you want to purchase her. And again, we don't know how this ship's coming out. We don't know if it's going to be for purchase. We don't know if it's going to be coal right now. We don't know. Well, obviously it's not going to be for steel. It might be free XP. Who knows? It might be through an in-game mission, though I doubt that, though. I think enough people want this ship that they lose out on profit if they did do it as an in-game mission. So I would probably expect to see this for actual sale for money. That's just my intuition. That's my guessing. I might be wrong about that, but that's what I tend to think they're going to do with this ship. Personally, as I've said many times, I wish that they would have used this ship as the start of a tier split for the USN battleship line. I think that would have been awesome. Turn this into a... Well, the secondaries are good on this ship. They're decent. But make them even further, make it like the Massachusetts. You know, this could have been the start of the tier split, where you have ships with speed boost and secondaries, and I think speed boost would have helped this ship a lot. I think adding speed boost might have been a good idea. It would have added something a little extra, but they went with the gun range. That's fine, I get it. And speed boost might look a little weird on this ship, though it would help you at least keep up with your teammates going to caps. So that was actually my suggestion to Wargaming a while ago, adding speed boost to this ship to give it something else. Speed boost and secondaries, which would have made for a great secondary line. I had this whole plan, adding the New Jersey at tier 9 with 11-kilometer secondaries and speed boost, and I thought it would have been awesome. But, you know, they're not going that path, and maybe we will see a USN battleship tier split one day, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. I'm off my soapbox, though. I think I've covered the California good enough for you all to know what to expect with it. Thanks for watching, guys and gals. Be sure to sub and stay up to date and know when the giveaways hit, like this one right now. Again, links to that in the description. Take care. Signing out.